Hello students and parents, hope you're doing well. This is kind of a fun exercise into looking how circles, angles, and fractions are all related. This is really the essence of understanding math, that all math, no matter what it is, can be expressed in many different ways. And this is what mathematicians really get excited about. They get excited about discovering how math is even related to itself. And if it's related to itself, then there's some secret, there's some formula for explaining it, and in many cases these formulas explain the physical world around us and lead us to engineer all the things that we use in our lives, switches and diodes, which we'll learn in engineering this week, and cameras and cell phones. All those things started with science. Someone engineered them, and that's because there was a relationship that they found in math. For those of you who want to kind of take a next step into using your protractor, if you notice, the protractor is just half of a circle. Okay, so it's half. We can use our fractions. It's half of a circle. Okay. And if we were using the outside scale, and the outside scale goes from 0 on the right side to 180. This is 75, 180. Probably, maybe, it was difficult for them to put the 180 over here. But you notice the 0 is on this side too. The 0 is actually this line, this dark horizontal line. And 180 is actually this dark horizontal line over there. So a half a circle is equal to 180 degrees. Now, let's go ahead and make a whole circle. Okay, let's get our ruler out for this. Let's go ahead and make draw a line using a ruler. Okay. Put your protractor on the horizon. So this is our line, our initial line that we first drew. Let's put our protractor on. We aren't going to draw the 90 degrees because we're going to be trying to draw the whole circle. And put your 0 and your 180 degrees on that line as best you can. And then trace along the outside as if you're using a plate or a cup or a lid to a jar. And let's just draw half that circle and see what happens. So there's half a circle. So within this circle are all those angles that we have been working on. And of course the right angle, right in the perpendicular line that goes off of our reference line here. But let's take our protractor and let's turn it upside down. And let's put it on 0 and 180 degrees again, just like it's almost like half of a lid or half of a cup or half of a plate. I know we don't have anything like that, but we can draw a perfectly round circle using our protractor. Let's see what this circle measures. I'm just kind of curious. So in inches, it measures 4 inches. Exactly. In centimeters, it's going to measure 10 centimeters. Almost exactly. That's kind of cool. Now, if we take this circle, let's try and find the center of it. That's going to be kind of difficult. Let's see if we can do that part too, find the center of the circle. It's kind of like right there on that side, and kind of like just kind of eyeballing it right there on that side. If I draw a line between these 2 points, this should be the center of my circle right there. Now, we can draw lines that go through the center of that circle. Okay, we're starting, this is still our origin. Okay, we just don't have our 90 degrees here. Start with our origin and just draw a line all the way through. Now, this line and this line are the same line all the way through. And I want you to kind of think about what this reminds you of. Let's draw a line through that again. Okay. What is this starting to remind you of? Here's a clue right over here. We started with half a circle. This would be half of the circle. If we were to color this in, we'd color this in, or color it in, we'd color this part in probably, and this would be half the circle. Now we're dividing the circle into fractions, and we have our how to measure the angles within this circle. That's pretty awesome, huh? You never thought circles and fractions would be on the same page, but here they are. It's on the same page. Now let's say we have this 180 degrees here, okay, and then we have 180 degrees here. What would 2 halves, or a whole fraction of a circle, equal? Let you think about that for a moment. If you said 360 degrees, if you did the math, and this is half a circle, so if we had 2 of those, we'd have a whole circle. That would be 360 degrees. So watch this, one circle is equal to 360 degrees. I thought that'd just be fun for you. Let's go ahead and put week 35 up here. And let's make this a math video, week 35.2. Put your name up here. So there's a blank sheet of paper in your work packet. If you want to have some fun with this, you can look and see that this actually works out, and that's kind of magical. And that's kind of what math does. It's kind of a little bit of magic, that things would agree like this, like a circle and an angle and a fraction would all agree with each other. Now, if you're really ambitious, okay, you can try and measure. Now here's one generated by the computer. So you can, each one of these angles is exactly the same. So this angle equals this angle equals this angle. Just like when we use our fractions, each one of these sections is an equal amount to the section next to it. So each one of these angles is an equal amount. I'm going to get you started off on this one, since this is the one we're familiar with, because this has our 90-degree angle and it has our horizon here. And let's just measure like this one little angle here. And I know you guys can do that. So let's measure that one little angle there. It doesn't go out all the way. So I'm going to have to kind of eyeball it. But if I look at it, I can see, just by eyeballing it right here, it's pointing to 45 degrees. So this angle here is 45 degrees. Well, if this angle, if these are equal parts, what do you think this angle is? And if you want to find out, just move your protractor, make this the new horizon, move your protractor down here, and see where the arrow points. And then move your protractor over here, make this the new horizon, and see where that points to. And I think you're going to find out that each of these angles are equal. So go ahead and fill in all the angles. Once you find one, you're going to be able to find the other ones quite easily to all these circles. And you're going to find out that when we've been doing fractions, we can also determine fractional parts by angles, just like we did with our drawing here. So this is kind of like extra credit. This will be M35.2 as well. And have some fun with your protractor and your pencil if you have some spare time.